Hello everyone, welcome back to Game Dev Night, and this is part 2 of our little platformer series, and we're just going to make a few little animations for our platformer, right? So we're not going to use a state machine for this or anything, so don't follow this if you want some complex system of lots of animations and stuff. This is just a little state machine. And something else I want to do before we do that is just quickly, I want to move these platforms just a little bit around, just so it looks a little more natural-ish, and move the player over here. Also, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I have changed my project resolution to this, so it's just one size smaller on a 16:9 resolution, just so the game's a little bit more zoomed in when I hit play. Right? So before we do these animations, let's just run over one last time how it looked. Move around, idle animation, plays, looks great. It's cool. Not a bad game. Now, let's head into our player, and I'm going to show you I made some animations. So I've had animation play, I got some animations in here. Falling animation is just one sprite being played on loop. If I play it, nothing's really happening. It's just one sprite being played on loop. Cool. And then jump is just 3 sprites being played, and it's 0.2 seconds long. And in our run animation, it is just another loop of sprites. So nothing complex. If you follow along the last video, you'd know how to do these animations. They're very simple and easy to do. But now let's use these, shall we? And I know instead of a full animation, you could just change the sprite, but because we're trying to just do things with animations, I'm going to keep them in the animations. Great, let's hit output so it's not showing the animation tab anymore. Let's go into our script. Cool. And let's actually hide this so we can see it a little bit better. So in here, we're going to remove animation.playIdle completely. So we could just hit Control-K. Sorry, no, that comments. Control-Shift-K deletes the line. And let's make a new function right here, and we are going to call it update animation. It's going to get an error for now because we haven't made it yet. So let's make it real quick. And let's do func update animation. Animation, right there. Cool. Beautiful. So it's going to give us an error because we're not passing right now, but ignore that. So let's check if the player is moving, right, for the running animation. So if velocity.x is not equal to 0, then the player is obviously running. So animation.play run. Cool, and we'll just copy this so we could just easily paste that every time. So that's going to run now, and now we're going to do if velocity.x is equal to 0, or we can just do else, but if you want to be more specific, you can do an if statement, else animation.play idle. Cool, now let's hit play and I'll show you. Gorgeous. We're doing idle, and if I run, we're doing run. Cool stuff, cool shebang, right? Very cool. Now, let's go back in and let's do these jump and fall animations. Sorry, let me fix that real quick. There we go. And now if velocity.y is less than 0, because things are inverted obviously, so moving upwards is going in the negatives. So if velocity.y is less than 0, then animation.play jump. Now let's hit play and I'll show you. As you can see, we jump when we jump. Very cool. Right? And now let's change that to literally the exact same thing. So we're just going to copy it, and then we're going to revert this so when it's greater than, and it's going to be full. Cool. Let's hit play. And as you can see, our player jumps, he falls, all that good stuff. Now, these things we have to do in order, which is a little annoying, so they don't, because obviously if this run was at the very end, but the player is obviously falling, then it would play run. So that is one problem with this. This is why I use state machines, but because we're making a very simple little platformer, there is no need for making a complex system. So this is all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is all it is. I know I said this video would be us making the tile map and actually drawing a map and animations. And animations were quick to do, but I don't want to make like a 20-minute long video. I want these videos to be a little bit quicker, so you guys can just enjoy them at your own leisure to implement things easier. So next video, we'll make a little map, and in a video after that, we'll make some interesting things. Like we'll make stuff like coins, checkpoints, all that cool stuff with a complex state machine and using a lot of signaling. So next video will become map editing. If you don't want any map editing with tile maps and stuff, you just want little platforms and stuff like this, be my guest. And yeah, as you can see, all these animations work right, no matter the situation, and that's because we use velocity instead of using weird checks like ground checks and raycasts, and we are just checking with the velocity. So based on a player's movement, things update based on that. So much simpler, much cleaner, And again, if you want your game to be a little bit more zoomed in like mine, this is the resolution I chose. You could go even smaller if you want and be nice and zoomed in. But yeah, we'll get into the next episode very soon, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. Oh, and remember to join the Discord, please, if you'd like to share stuff. And this episode's sprite stuff, which is over here, and episode 2, this folder will be on the Discord server as well. So episode 1's on there, episode 2's on there, and episode 3, which just has terrain, that will be on there as well when I do that video. So yeah, if you need anything, they're all in there. And yeah, Discord link in the description, and please let me know in the comments what you think of the video. Bye-bye.